only make it. I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Rodgers now on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 30 yards. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 22, Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 8-6 the score after one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Steps away. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what off?
And how about this? A fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give them an even 20 yards there on the pickup as a fake punt fooled everybody. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Touchdown! Gerald Everett, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to move back in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Again, it's Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This complete to Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone, and as a result, that's going to keep this game tied. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Flush to his right. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders had intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Pass complete. Now race for the marker. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. To get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Charger drive about to get going.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Herbert on 1st down now. He's got Allen.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They snap it to Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers.
Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 29, Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3 from the shotgun to give to Jones. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Rodgers going to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Jones. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Jones again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Rodgers will throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does. And
there he goes left side. He's at the 40.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well. They have to break at least one tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
Running on first down, Eckler.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D. That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. First down, and they stick with Eckler.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant today, Brandon. He had 4 touchdown passes, and it felt like whatever the defense threw at him, he had a counter. He was just playing with confidence all